So want to host your first static website with very less or almost zero coding with no server setup and have it live in just few minutes, then you are in the right place. Today I will show you exactly how to do it using Amazon S3, which is completely free with its free tier plan. So in this video we are going to create our static website on our local, which will contain one HTML page and two images inside that, and we will launch our website on our local browser and verify the result of our website on local. Once that is done, we will log into our Amazon console, and after that we can search for the S3 service inside that, and we will create our S3 bucket inside that, and we will do all the necessary steps which are required to create our S3 bucket, and finally we will upload our local website content inside S3 bucket and launch our website live and verify the result for our newly created static website on our Amazon S3. And for this is all you need. Like, you need to have free AWS account. If you have not created it, you can refer my video. I have created a dedicated video which will guide you on how to create AWS account with free tier. Next, you need to create a simple website which will have at least one HTML page and or file, or you can add images if you want to that website as well, and you need very less or no coding skill to create your first static website. So before we go ahead, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. So before we go ahead and create our first static website using Amazon S3, we first need to understand what is an Amazon S3 service. So let us understand the Amazon S3 service. So S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, and it is an object storage service offering industry leading scalability, data availability, security and performance. And it can store any kind of file like data, images, videos, backup, website securely and access it from anywhere on the internet. And customers of all sizes and industries can use it to store and protect any amount of data for their different use cases. So to create our first static website on our local, we can simply create one folder with name AWS. Inside that we may be working with different services, so we can create one more folder with name S3, and inside this we can actually create one folder for our website with name S3 demo website. Now inside this folder we can create one text file, and here we can name it like it's an index, and the type of this file is a text, but we want HTML file, so we need to convert it to the HTML. So for that we can open it into the Notepad++, and here we can write our code. So this is the small piece of code we can write, like this is the HTML tag, and this is the header part, and this is the body part. Inside the body we have written only three lines. First is a header part, and this is the paragraph, and this is again one more header. That's it, and this is the end of body and HTML. And now we can, this file is showing as an text extension, so we need to save it as an HTML. So for that we can go to save as, and here we can select type as an HTML. So this is the hypertext markup language we can select, and this is like append extension, you can check, and you can save this file. Now let us go back to our folder and check whether it has created a HTML file. Yes, you can see it has created one HTML file. Now this text file is not needed, we can simply delete it. Now we can simply double click on this HTML file to check how it shows. Like, this is our local browser and it is showing this content which we have written inside this file. That means our local website is working fine. Now as of now we have just written the text, so to complete our website we need to add some images so that it will look good. So let us see how we can add images to our HTML file. So for that we can go to open this file into the Notepad++, and here we need to add the image tag. So first of all we need to create our images folder right here, which will hold the images. that we are going to use inside our HTML. So this is the images folder which will hold the images. Now we need to copy some images. Now we need to copy some images and add inside this images folder, and we have added two images, data1 and data2. Now let us go back to our index.html, and here we need to add our tag. So before our body ends, so we can add our image tag, or inside body anywhere we can add our image tag. And here src, we are going to first mention what is the folder which contains the images, and this is the images is the folder name, and what is the file name, which is the data1.jpg file, and we can add some name to it, like this is the photo1, and we can complete this image tag. Next we can add one line break so that the next image we can show on the next line. So we can copy this part because we want to show one more image, and here we can simply change this data1 to data2, and this is the photo2. That's it, we can save it. Now we have added two images. So what we have done, first we have added required images inside this folder, and next we have added those images inside our HTML file. That's it. Now we need to save this file, and let us hit this hit this HTML page, and you can see in our browser it is showing both the images. That means our local static website is completely working fine with the text, with the content, as well as with some images. Now let us see how we can do this on Amazon S3 side. So first you need to log in to console.aws.amazon.com, and post successful login you will see this dashboard page, which is a console home page of AWS, and here you can search for the S3 service, and it will show all the relevant services which are available related to the S3. So we can choose the first one, which is the scalable storage in the cloud, and we can simply click on this S3 service, and here we need to click on the create bucket, and here it is showing the region which we have selected, and next, like, it will select the general, whether it is a general purpose or directory. So we can select the bucket type as a general purpose. Next we need to write our bucket name. So let us put some bucket name, like we can give S3 demo website, and next we can choose we can select the object ownership, whether it is ACLs disabled or enabled. We can keep as all these options as is, and next we can uncheck this option, like block public access setting for this bucket. So we can uncheck this because public it should have the public access to access our website. And here we need to acknowledge this, we need to check this button to acknowledge, which is like turning off block all public access might result in this bucket and the object within becoming public. So we need to check this option, and we can go ahead and we can keep rest of the things as is, and we can simply click on this create bucket option, which you can see at the right side of our right side corner of our page. So you can click on this create bucket button, and it will successfully, you can see it has successfully created our bucket with name S3 demo website, and you can see this option at here. So with this we have successfully created our website bucket for our website. Now let us see how we can upload our website files to this bucket. Now we can simply select this file, and we can click on this file, and here we can simply click on this upload button, and we need to click on this add files, and here we need to go to our exact project folder where it is, like this is our exact folder, and this is our file index.html. First we can add files, and next we can add folders, or you can add in any order. that will do fine. We need to click on upload. So these are the images we have added, and this is the HTML file we have added successfully. We can select all these, and here you can see there is upload button we need to click on, and it has successfully uploaded all the files, all the static content of our local to this S3 bucket. Now next we can click on this, and we have everything in place now. Now next thing, let us go to our properties section, and here you can scroll down, and here you can see this is the static website hosting. Here to edit this we need to click on this edit button which is available at there here. Now here this option is disabled, so we need to enable it. Okay, and here we need to add our index page, which is the index.html in our case. That's it, and no error.html page. And we can scroll down, and here we can see we have save changes page. We can simply click on this, and with this we are done with all the settings. Now let us see how it will work. So once that is done, we can scroll down, and here we can see this is our bucket website endpoint. So we can simply click on this URL, and we can say continue to site, and now it is showing 403 for forbidden access denied it is showing. So let us see what we can do to resolve this. So it is giving access denied, that means our bucket is not publicly accessible. We need to add a bucket policy to access it publicly. So let us go to our bucket first, and we can select this, and next we can go to permissions, and here we can see this is the bucket policy. Here we need to add the policy. So here we can simply edit button to add the policy, and here we can simply paste our policy. So simply this is the code to add the bucket policy. Here we just need to change our bucket name. So what bucket name we have given, that we need to add it here. So our bucket name is S3 demo 1 website, or it is a S3 demo website. So let us cross verify, and after this, like, we can simply save the changes. Okay, so policy has invalid resource, that means our bucket name is somehow incorrect. So let us see, this is the S3 demo website. So here we have added underscore, rather it should be hyphen. That's it. Now we can save the changes. Seems good. Now we have added bucket policy so that it will be accessible publicly. Now let us go back to our URL and check. Seems good. Now it is showing our website live, and with this we have successfully host our static website using Amazon S3. So let us see some practical use cases where we can use this Amazon S3. So we can use it for static website hosting, wherein we can host HTML, CSS, JS files which will require no server. Next we can use as an backup and restore, where we can restore backups of databases and file systems. For media storage, wherein we can store and serve high volume media files like images, videos and audios. Big data and analytics, which is a centralized storage for structured or unstructured data. Next we can use it for file sharing and document delivery, wherein we can share document, reports, PDFs via signed URLs. Next we can use it for mobile and web apps to store user content like profile pics, uploads and documents. And we can use it for software distribution, streaming media, and for integration with serverless and microservices. So all these are some real use cases, scenarios wherein we can use our Amazon S3. I hope you must have enjoyed this. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching this.